England has decided it is now summer, but we also can't leave the house because of isolation. So I am very lucky to have a garden, and I'm gonna make the most of the garden this morning and go outside and do some drawing. I always do some drawings in the morning to kind of warm up. I'm actually not that good at loose sketching, and I'm trying really hard to do more loose sketches because I'm always somebody that's like, I'm such a perfectionist. Like, I'll start something and I'll end up doing it like perfectly, and I want to get out of that habit. So I'm gonna do some loose sketches in the garden this morning, and because my current obsession, and I really mean obsession, is Animal Crossing, I thought it'd be really fun to draw my villagers. So these are like the little characters that live on my island. So I really love them, I think they're all really cute. So I'm gonna sketch them this morning as a kind of like warm-up sketch, and I'm gonna do it outside on my iPad. And yeah, that's pretty much my goal. I think after that I'm also going to give you a little tour of my island, so if you're interested and you play Animal Crossing, hold out because I will show you my island. It's still very messy, it's nothing, like I haven't time traveled, I haven't done anything, so I'm very much like, my island does not look as good as most of the islands on the internet. But if you are interested in seeing my island, hold out and I will show you at the end of the video. So it was actually surprisingly warm. I thought it would be like normal and be quite sunny, but be quite chilly when I came out, and it wasn't. It was surprisingly hot for England. Definitely the warmest day so far. So I made a little document on Procreate, which is the app I'm using to draw, and my island is called Coral Leaf, and these are my villagers or islanders. So I've got Patty, Hornsby, Bud, Agnes and Molly, and I'm actually so happy with them. I only visited one mystery island, and I invited Patty, but apart from that I didn't actually know who else was coming. So I started with Bud and Agnes, but I'm really happy with Molly and Hornsby. I actually decided to start drawing with Hornsby because I just think he's so cute. I think he's one of my new favourites now. But one thing I think everyone's kind of noticed, the islanders are so nice. I remember in Wild World they weren't as nice as this. And a lot of people say they kind of miss them being grumpy. Like, if you do, like, let me know. But I don't really miss them being grumpy. I like that they're all nice. Like, it's not quite the same, like you can't really build up a friendship like you used to. Like, they just start out being really sweet. But I play the game to kind of escape the awfulness of the real world at the moment. So I'm perfectly happy with all of the animals being really nice to me. And also a lot of kids play this game, obviously. I'm guessing that is the target market, so they probably also will prefer them being nice to them. But even when I was younger, I kind of didn't mind them being grumpy. I loved the game so much, and it's so nostalgic and nice to be able to dive back into this game, especially at a time like this. So I decided to start with Hornsby. I kind of took a while neatening his face because I couldn't quite get it right. But colour-wise, the reason I have the photograph of the other Nintendo, so I have the Nintendo Switch Lite in yellow, but if I was to buy the full Switch, I would have loved to wait and got hold of the Animal Crossing version because I just think it's so sweet. I love the colours as well. So I actually decided to use the colours of that console as a reference for the colours I'm using in this. So I'm using the kind of pastel shades from that Nintendo in this drawing just because I quite like them, and I thought it would be nice to mix it up a little bit from the colours of the original characters. And all of my drawings start as just some pencil lines, so because I'm trying to work up these rougher ones, I'm trying to spend less time on the colour and neatening it and more time on just the beginning kind of rough sketches. So I always kind of go in with a line to show like the body movement first, and then I'll kind of eyeball it and kind of add the details on and kind of go over and fix them and make the proportions a little bit better before I start adding any kind of colours or details. And then even when I add the colours, I sometimes will still go back, and in fact no, I will always go back and change things. That I'm never perfectly happy with the proportions I've drawn out the first time, but they do give me a little bit of something to work with. But the reason I love Procreate for rough sketches is just because it feels so organic. It's obviously it's not like drawing in real life, but it kind of feels like not real life, you know, drawing with pencil and pen, but it kind of feels so similar. And once you get a hang of the control and like the brushes you like, it just feels so natural to draw. So I really do love this app for sketches, and I also use it for all of my rough sketches now, which I always used to do in pencil, but now I always use Procreate, just because I can have them all in one place. I need less paper, it's much less hassle, I don't need to scan things in and send them over, I can just airdrop them straight to my Mac, which is amazing. Technology is a very cool thing. But yeah, this is Patty. I changed her colours a little bit too. I'm not massively happy with the colours I chose for any of them, but like I said, they were only rough sketches and I didn't want to spend too much time because I'm really trying to force myself to do quick sketches and get out of the habit of spending days and days and days on something, because then if I don't like it, it's a shame when you spend so much time on something. So I'm trying to work up rougher things first, which is why this is a really fun exercise, and I think I want to do stuff like this more often, because I only spent about maybe 20 minutes doing these, but even though they're rough, and if I was to spend more time I would change things, but I really love how they turned out. So this is the final result. Here's Hornsby, Patty, Molly and Agnes, and yeah, I think they're quite cute. They're very fun to draw. I love them so much. And here is the game. So Tom Nook was giving me my news for the day, and he was telling me that Molly had come to the island. Like I said, I'm still very much in the early stages, so I've just had the islanders move in. I knew Patty was coming, but then I found out Molly and Hornsby were also coming, and they're also upgrading my services, which is very cool. The one thing I love about this game is there's always something to look forward to. I love that each day, like especially at the beginning, something new happens, like someone moves in, something gets upgraded, and it just feels like something you work towards and you build up, which I love. And especially at a time like this, it's really quite comforting to come back to this game and just sit in the evening on it and just wake up in the morning and just check what's happened, and it's just a very comforting game to come back to. And I love that so many other people love it too. I love that so much. So this is my beach area. Like, my island is so messy, but I gave this little bonfire section with some rocks and a little tyre to sit on, to have like a little beach fire, because it kind of reminds me of my uni days sitting in Falmouth on the beach, and we always kind of dragged things over and made seats, so a bit of a throwback to uni there. My island is messy and I'm still kind of getting the hang of some of these controls, but yesterday I was getting a lot of wood, so I haven't really tidied up. Here is Nook's cranny though, and when I get Able Sisters, I really want her to also be based on that little section, if the shop fits, because I like having that little island with the shops. So this is the other side. It's also messy, but I really want to move my house here. So when I get the option to move my house, I really want to move my house to the beach, because I always wanted a beach house, so why not have one in Animal Crossing? Got this little sitting area there, which is cute, but I love the palm trees. I just love New Horizons. I love the graphics, they're so calming. I love the music, I love everything about it. What is this message? I also love the DIY in the building. I'm not sure everybody does, but I really like the kind of emphasis on the DIY for this game. But I can't say I'm as much of a fan of the bunny day things. I like the blossom though. I love the blossom, but the bunny day is frustrating me a little bit. But I liked it for the first day, and then I got a little bit tired of constant eggs. And I'm not actually even really doing the DIY things, because they're not really I just don't massively like them. Who is this? It's Molly! Oh, she's just tidying up her place and getting ready to live in Coral Reef. Oh, she's so sweet. I love Molly. I actually, no, I didn't have Molly. I'm trying to remember who I had. I think I might actually try and find my DS and go on Wild World and see if I could still access it. And like, it's been so long. It literally has been about, well, it's been over 10 years since I played the game, so that might be quite interesting to do. Not completely sure if it will let me load it up. So I planted these peach trees, and because I haven't played in a while, I didn't leave enough space, so I separated the ones on the end and they started growing. So I need to go back and separate these. I also need to, so I'm putting little workspaces around so I can do DIY when I need it. But I'm still totally kind of deciding what I'm doing with my island. I need to take all the weeds out, but I want to save them, I think. Probably put loads in storage so I can use them for DIY and medicine. But yeah, so ignore the mess, but I'm kind of just slowly getting things together. Oops, sorry bud. And although everybody has the same museum, I just wanted to quickly go in here because I just couldn't believe the museum. Like, it is one of my favourite things of this game so far. Like, it actually shocked me when I went inside here. It's amazing, so beautiful. It really feels like an actual museum. Like, this feels like a full-on butterfly house, and I love that so much. It really adds to the like escapism this game gives you. It just feels so real, and it's just beautiful. Like, they've spent so much time on the graphics, and you can really tell. When I do build my game up a little bit more and get to a point where I'm happier with my island, I'll definitely do another video and show you what it looks like when I'm happier with it, because at the moment it's very much like just kind of getting to the next stage and building it up, and I'm still thinking about where I want things. All I know right now is I want my house on the beach, so that's my next step. And this aquarium as well, this feels so much like a real aquarium. It's amazing. It's just so cool. I can't get over the graphics of this game. So I'll quickly show you. Oops, sorry, there's Hornsby. I really like him. He's definitely my favourite, I think. So these are my other houses. Haven't organised things, but I want a little stretch of their houses. So that's Patty's. I'm going to start chopping down some trees, I think, today, and making it look a little bit nicer, and getting some more flowers in. But this is my house at the moment. Like I said, I want to move it, but I'm not happy with it either. I'm just getting things together. The only thing I'm happy about in my room at the moment is my little artist studio. I got a little desk. Let me show you, with some painty bits on there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do play Animal Crossing, please let me know in the comments who your villagers are and what characters you have in your game. I'd love to hear. And do you like them or do you not like them? Because I really like my villagers. I think they're all very cute. But yeah, so please let me know if you have the game. If you did like this video, I would really appreciate if you give it a like and subscribe. It does mean an awful lot to me. And I'll see you again soon. Bye guys.